Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, even if that's just staying for 30 seconds or if you watch the whole thing. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. So today is currently the 16th of May 2026. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video, so I am here with my mid-month update. I have worked on 5 different projects in the last 2 weeks. So let's get straight into it. We are in so we're still in my craft room, but we're just in a different angle. I think the lighting is just slightly better here. I am trying to not get the glare in the glasses, but you get the absolute shit show of my bookcase of shoes behind. So let's get started. These are in no particular order. So first, let's start with feathers. This is a kit by Bothy Threads. I have swapped the fabric out. So yeah, it's supposed to come be stitched on this speckled Ada, but I have swapped it because this is 14 count and I don't stitch on 14 count. So I will put up a picture of where it was last time, and this is where we are now. So this has had 100 stitches. That's all it had, which is this brown here. This needle minder is from Denkai Designs, who will be at the Bella Filipina retreat next weekend. So this fabric is The Grass is Greener by KLT Charting. It is an 18 count, and that's one of her needle minders there. It's from her last Stitchy Day retreat. Back in February, and the next one is actually in a few weeks' time, 2 weeks' time, today on the 30th of May. So if you're local to Portsmouth or can get to Portsmouth, Paulsgrove, I highly recommend checking it out. I finally got my ticket yesterday, so I will be going, and if you do manage to go, it will be lovely to meet you. There is a few people going that I've not met before that I'm really excited to meet. So absolutely love this one, and I am actually holding this the right way this time. Grime Guard is from Kim at KLT Charting. So yes, absolutely love this. I do love the Bothy kits. I believe they use Madeira threads, which are okay. They're not the nicest personally to stitch with. I do prefer DMC, but they do look really good. So that was my first one. So yes, 100 stitches. So there is now a total of 1,240 stitches in this, and it went from 17.27% to 18.78%. Can't read my own writing. Love this. I think it looks quite good on the green. So yes, I have named him Bobby. So this is his butt, and that's the start of his back leg. Down there for the moment. Next one we have, zip, sorry, is Pirate Ollie Ow. This is a kit that I got from KLT Charting. This has had 3 sessions on it during my lunch in the last 2 weeks, and had a total of 170 stitches. The kit came with 14 count Ada, but I just swapped it for an 18 count white. So the black outline is, I think, pretty much done. I think the only black that I now need to do is his eye. Here's his eye there. And then I think that's all the black done. Another needle minder by Kim at KLT Charting. I need to get a grime guard for this nudge. So yes, 170 stitches, so there's 508 stitches total, and it's gone from 12.5% to 18.79%. So yeah, full kit from Kim, and this is in my Lion King bag that my sister made me. I just love how adorable Scar and Ed are in this. What have we got next? Next we have Kaleidoscope Hippo by Kim at KLT Charting. This had 3 stitchy days, and I managed 1,908 stitches in total, which took it from 0.58% to 25.03%. So now, is this the right way up? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, the purples are up top. This is stitched on a piece of 18 count KLT Charting fabric called Smoky Rose, I believe. Yes, Smoky Rose. This was started on the 20th of August last year. The fabric is being completely washed out, but it is like it's got pinks and greys. It's absolutely stunning. So yes, this was started on the 20th of August last year, and it should hopefully be finished on the 20th of August this year. I know I've mentioned it before, but if you are new, every year on the 20th of August, me and a couple of other people start a new hippo project in memory of our lovely friend Erica, who unfortunately passed a few years ago. So we each start a hippo, because a hippo was her favourite animal, on the anniversary of her passing. So yes, the plan is to stitch 25% each month. So I've done May, so 25% in June, 25% in August, and then July, and then the final 25% in August up to the 20th, and then I need to start a new one then. I think I know which chart I will be starting in August, but it's not fully set in stone yet. It will probably be Hipposphere by KLT Charting. Kim is one of the ladies who starts a hippo every year, because Erica was one of our closest friends, stitchy friends, online stitchy friends. The fabric that I'm stitching on is part of Erica's actual stash that got distributed to her friends after she passed. So we are stitching a hippo on a piece of Erica fabric, so makes that just a little bit more special. I am currently drinking a peach iced tea. Yes. Sorry, this is in one of my multi-pocket project bags by the lovely Canny Little Fox that has dragons on it, because Erica loved a dragon. So yes, so it has, I think, almost all my kaleidoscopes are in here. So kaleidoscope cat, I have stitched. That's the leftover thread pack from the cat that I am using on the hippo. I think there is also behind it another thread pack. I think that was from Kaleidoscope Dragon that I finished. So they are being used in Kaleidoscope Hippo because I didn't get a kit for that, or thread pack. But I mean, that's all the leftover threads from the cat. There was quite a bit left over from the dragon, and this is with me even using some. So you do get a lot of threads with the thread pack that Kim provides. So that was project number 3. Sticking with the kaleidoscope theme, my next project is Kaleidoscope Unicorn. This was one of my pirate chests that I drew 2 weeks ago. So the plan is to get 2,000 stitches done on this. So far it has had 1,036, so I'm halfway. This now has a total of 8,444 stitches, and it's gone from 63.74 to 72.65. And this is where we are now. So I have stitched, I've stitched the front legs, I've stitched more of his chest, and I've started over here. Now, while I was stitching this, I'd stitched this front leg, but I hadn't stitched there. I'm not going to say what that looks like, because I think it's a little bit obvious, but I found it very amusing when I stitched it. So yes, there's still a little bit left to stitch here, going up there, and then it's just the rest of his mane, and then his head and horn. So, absolutely love how this is being stitched. So this was originally a kit that I purchased from Kim. It came with 14 count Ada, so I have swapped it out for, I believe it's just a plain white 18 count Ada, if anyone wants to see the back. These are really good for if you're doing any like stitchy games and that, because each full triangle is 100 stitches. So if you need to stitch 300 stitches for something, you know that if you just do 3 of the triangles, you've just done your stitches. This is the thread pack that you get with it. And I have finished, so I have stitched, I think 6 of the colours already are fully stitched, and there's still so much left. So I think the 718, that one I've stitched all the 718. I know that I've swapped. Sorry, Sarabi's not a so shush, steady, shush. Sorry. Yeah, so there's still so much thread left over that I will now be using in my Kaleidoscope Hippo, and I know that I swapped it from 14 to 18, but that's still so much thread left over. Because I know in some kits you don't get enough, which is a shame, but you definitely do with Kim. So, take that. And then the last project I stitched on is Revere, whichever, by Bothy Threads. This was gifted to me last year at the Bothy Threads retreat. Somebody won it in the raffle the month before. Wasn't going to stitch it, so they gifted it to me. This was, I think, my last new start of 2025. This was started on the 31st of December last year, and this is where we are. So this has had probably just over, as of this morning before I stitched today, 115, and I think I've done another 100 or so stitches today. So this is where we are. I know the white doesn't really show up very well, but the white is either in the middle of the shoe or has backstitch around it. So that this bit is here that I am stitching, so will show up on there. I swapped the fabric because it comes with a 14 count, so I swapped this for an 18 count. I think this is Vintage Grey Marble by Zweigart, and all the shoes that I'm stitching, all the Bothy shoes I'm stitching, I am swapping the fabric to this, so they are all matching. I've already stitched one, which was Proud as a Peacock, and this is my second shoe. Yes, really like how that is coming along. This is in a high heel project bag that I made myself, so it's absolutely shocking, really bad, but not bad for me. I'm happy with it. And it's just got a purple inside. Okay, yes. That is all stitching I am done in the next couple of weeks. Between now and the end of the month, I have the Bella Filipina retreat next week, so I will be taking Mayari and Hollyberry Pixie with me. I will also be taking last year's freebie, but I don't think I will start that one. I still haven't decided on the fabric that I am going to be using for that. I have picked out some, so this was last year's freebie. She is called Maya, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. So I have not yet started her. I've not yet figured out what fabric. I do have the beads and the Petite Treasure braid needed for her, but I haven't decided on the fabric. I know that I want to stitch her on a green because everything has to be on green. So yeah, I haven't decided, but I have picked out 5 different colours that I am tempted with. So the first is Mint Melody, and this one is a sparkly 32 count even weave from Kim. I also have the Mint Melody in a 28 count non-sparkly. Then we have Elf, which was an Advent exclusive last year in Kim's Advent calendar. And this is a 28 count sparkly even weave. Then we have one of my all-time favourite fabrics, which is Sea Mist, which was a limited edition back in September 25, and this is 32 count sparkly even weave, which is like greens and greys, which I'm pretty sure I stitched the first Bella Filipina freebie retreat exclusive on Sea Mist. The Little Mermaid on the Rock. I think she was on Sea Mist. And then the last piece of fabric is a Fabrics by Crafty Kate Thymara. And that is a 28 count even weave. So those are the fabrics that I have pulled out for her that I need to decide which one. So we have been given somewhere not the full details, but like the thread list and that for this year's exclusive. Don't know what it's called, don't know that, but we have been given the DMC list, the Mill Hill and the Petite Treasure Braid list, and also notes about the backstitch. So what I do know is the backstitch instructions include a bee wing, so there's going to be a bee, butterfly wing, so there's going to be butterfly, eyebrow and eyelashes, skin, lips, so there's going to be a lady, there's going to be person, shush, there's going to be a person, there's also text outline, so there's going to be text, and there's French knots. So yes, I don't think there's been French knots in any of the others. Oh wait, is there French knots in Maya? No French knots, but there is a Smirnoff cross in Maya. So I'm really looking forward to that. So there is 2 Krynex in this year's exclusive. The first one I already had in stash, which was good, but can you see that? It has been chewed. It has been chewed by a certain puppy. So I'm sure it'll be fine. So I've got, yeah, I had one of the 2 Petite Treasure braids, but I didn't have the Mill Hill. So I think that leads us quite nicely into haul, because in my haul I did purchase the Mill Hill beads and the Petite Treasure braid for her in a copper, and I did get, so there's 4 in there. I'm assuming we don't need 4, but this copper, the PB39, is also in Cleopatra, Bella Filipina Cleopatra. Now I've purchased the kit for Cleopatra from Hawkins Hobbies a few years ago at Ali Pally. Where are we? Come on. There we are. And when I was looking the other day to see exactly what I had for her, I realised she was kitted up with Krynic, and the Krynic is not 4 braid, it's 8 braid. Now, I've not stitched with 8 braid, and I actually swapped the 8 braid that was in my Ari for 4 braid or petite treasure braid. So I am not looking forward to stitching with the 8 braid, which is why I am going to be swapping the Krynic for petite treasure braid. So that is all the Krynic that comes with Cleopatra. As you can see, I've got all the DMC, the Karen water lilies, and the beads and embellishments. Got that from Hawkins Hobbies. So I will be swapping the Krynic for petite treasure braid. The only one they had in stock, I got this from Create Nostalgia. Really quick, purchased it evening, got dispatched the next day, arrived the following day. So really quick. So 3 of those will be swapped into there, and I think it's this colour there. I know you can't see it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's that colour. There, so I will not be starting Cleopatra. I will not be starting any more Bella Filipinas until I finish Mayari or Hollyberry Pixie. So they are going in the project bag for this year's exclusive. Now, speaking of Cleopatra, if anyone wants to know, this is what she looks like. Absolutely love her. I will be darkening up her skin a little bit. Now, I do have a fabric already picked out for this. The only problem is, it's a linen. I do not like linen at all. I will stitch it as a necessity, and I brought this fabric as a linen because linen dyes darker. So to get the colour that I wanted, I went for the linen. And it's absolutely gorgeous, and I really, really love it. And it's called Welcome to the Jungle, and it's by KLT Charting. Absolutely love that. I think she will look absolutely stunning on that. I have seen Cleopatra stitched on a dark green, and I went, yep, no, I love that. So I will be stitching her on a dark green. The only problem is, as I said, this is a linen. I don't like it. So I decided, because I couldn't find any out there that were dark enough for me, so I decided to try dyeing my own. And I did. I brought some Rip Dye powder, put it on the stove, and I boiled the fuck out of this fabric for half an hour. I have gone for 28 count, even weave, and I boiled this for half an hour with a dark green Rip Dye. Stirring, it came out when wet, really, really dark, and I went, oh, maybe this is a bit too dark. Once it dried out, so I put it through the washing machine, and then put it on the line to dry. When it finished, when it dried, I just love it. Absolutely love it. Please excuse the mess of the edges of this fabric. I've got it in a massive piece so I can cut it down because I was not going to serge the edges. So this is my fabric. As you can see, that it's in a state. That is coming out not quite true to colour. That's a bit paler. Let's see if I've got any. It's a bit better there. It's a really nice dark green fabric, and I love how this has come out. And it's huge. This is just a quarter of it. So, absolutely huge piece of fabric. I really love how this has come out, so I do think I will be stitching her on this. Do I wish it was a bit brighter? Yes, but I think she's going to look absolutely stunning on that. I really do. So now I really want to finish Mayari or Hollyberry Pixie so I can start Cleopatra. I also have Freya that I do really want to start as well. But again, these ones are massive and they're going to take some time. So this is currently being stored in my camel travel case from Canny Little Fox. So once I start her, I will move her into a project bag. I am currently, looking for some Egyptian themed fabric to give to my sister so she can make me an Egyptian themed project bag for Cleopatra. So yes, I am aching to start her, but I will not until one has been finished. So apart from that, I haven't really had much haul apart from some PDF charts that I purchased. So the first one is Tiger Sphere from Kim at Chaotic Charting. I absolutely love this. Kim has stitched the zebra sphere, and Jen, not Cross Jen, is currently stitching the panda. It's currently stitching the panda sphere. So really love how these look. As I said, I should be hoping to start the hippo sphere in August, which does not count towards my No New Starts 2026 because that one was already pre-planned. It's a tradition. It does not go against my No New Starts. Then the other PDFs, I have 4 other PDFs that I purchased yesterday from Artisy because they are having a 40% off sale today, like yesterday, today, tomorrow, and it finishes at midnight Sunday Australian time, I believe. So yes, you can't resist 40% off. So the ink in my printer is apparently running out, but it's not told me that it's running out, so I will hopefully insert the pictures over these. So the first one is Moonlight Christmas Flight, which is the large crop, and it's Santa with his reindeer, and I absolutely love that. I apologise if you can hear my husband and the dogs. Anyway, next we have Legends of the West. I saw this and it just instantly reminded me of Red Dead Redemption, which my husband has recently completed again 100%, so I saw that and had to get it. Next we have Jaguar at Rest. We do love big cats in this house, and the plan is to eventually have a big cat wall. So I actually probably should start stitching some. So that's what it looks like. I may crop a little bit at the side, I don't know. And then the last one is Savannah Sunset, and that's the large version, and this one I will definitely be cropping. I will probably crop it there and potentially some down the side, but this just reminded me of Mufasa and Simba, and I could not resist. The light, the colour is horrendous on these, so hopefully I will have inserted some pictures. And that's really all that I have purchased. I purchased my day ticket for the day retreat at the end of the month, and that's pretty much it. My Stitch from Stash is hopefully still good. I've recorded the other day a massive destash video that I've not yet posted, and I've pulled out 2.5 worth of stuff in these like green boxes. So I will be taking some to the Bella to destash, then at the end of the month I'll be taking some there to the day retreat, and then anything left, well, there'll be loads left I'm sure, will be posted up on Vinted or eBay, so that we can just get some money together to pay off the funeral. So yes, plans. I touched lightly with Bella Filipina, Retreat, Mayari and Hollyberry. I will still be taking Pirate Ollie out to work and stitching on that in my lunch break. And Feathers, the horse, will be making another appearance at the end of the month for the day retreat. So there should still be some decent stitching for the next 2 weeks. Yes, I think it's pretty much plans. Let's move on to life update. So I got some new glasses. Had my eye test. Eyes really haven't deteriorated that much, just the standard. So I got some new glasses. These are Reactions, so I can wear them driving and for work and that. So yes, that's good. Sarabi currently has a toilet rolled tube, and is currently shredding that, so that's fun. We had a just a meetup, stitchy meetup in Pompey last week. That was really fun. I only spent a few hours there, which is not too bad. Got some stitching, saw some lovely people. Yeah, not a huge amount has happened. Yeah, I can see what you've got. In the last 2 weeks. The other thing was we have finally got the cause of death for the brother-in-law, and it was cardiac arrest. So quick, he wouldn't have known what was happening. So yeah, we will be getting a health check for hubby to make sure that his heart is okay, but that'll be a few weeks down the line before we can do that. So yes, Sarabi's still in heat, which is fun. She really doesn't cope very well being in heat, so we will be getting her spayed in the next few months, which should hopefully help her in the long run. Don't think there's much else. Grandad's still doing okay. He has good days, bad days. So not much has changed there. So yeah, I think I don't do a lot. I like to stay at home and stitch, so boring life, which I'm really happy with. It's not boring. Boring to some people, but not to me. Right, I'm just waffling now, so thank you each and every one of you for watching. I hope you are keeping safe and well, and I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks time for my end of month update, which I should hopefully have a little some clips and some pictures from the Bella Filipina retreat. So I'll see you later. Bye.